What's going on, everyone? It's Album Cover here, coming at you today with a hopefully somewhat quick tutorial covering just about everything you need to know about creating and setting up your very own custom VR chat avatar using Vroid Studio. In this video, we'll be going over everything from the basics of getting started in Vroid Studio and exporting your model to then getting it uploaded and fully usable in VR chat using Unity. We'll also quickly go through a quick list of tools and programs you'll need to have either downloaded or open in a browser of your choice to make everything nice and easy. Now, just as a quick disclaimer before getting into the video, this tutorial is primarily for PC users only, as the resolution for this avatar we'll be creating today is a bit too high for both Android and iOS users to be using. However, I'll try and make another update video in the future if I ever do figure out a way to get it working for these users, but for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. To start off with, we'll need a few basic programs and resources. Everything we go through today will be linked in the video description below. The first thing we will need is a browser of your choice. This can be Chrome, Safari, Edge, Firefox, or really whatever is most comfortable for you. The next thing we'll need to have installed is Vroid Studio. This is what we'll be using to create our custom avatar and get everything working correctly. We'll also need to have VR Chat Creator Companion and preferably the latest version of Unity installed. An optional program that I quite like to use is Gimp. This is a free image editing software that can be used in our case to make custom textures such as tattoos, clothes, and accessories such as chains or rings. But if you have a different editing software such as Photoshop, feel free to use that instead. Now, a couple useful resources we'll also be using is Booth, which is a pre-made assets library if you'd like to start off with something less custom for your Vroid model rather than making your own custom ones. It has stuff like hair colors, shoes, clothes, different types of irises in the eyes, mouth textures, and many more. Next will be Pinterest. This is great for a bunch of stuff like brainstorming ideas for what you want your model to look like, or in my case, I quite like using it for making custom tattoos and accessories for my model, which leads us into the next useful browser app, which is Photo Background Remover. The one I'm using will again be linked in the video's description, but basically this browser application will allow you to remove any background from almost any photo and make it fully usable as an accessory or item for the skin on your model. And the final resource, which is arguably the most important, is this site here. We won't need much from this site, it's mainly just for this copy and paste link here, which we'll be adding into the VR Chat Creator Companion, and this basically allows our exported Vroid model file to be fully readable and usable in Unity. Alright, to start off with, you're going to want to open up Vroid Studio. You'll be greeted with this screen here. Up the top you'll see a bunch of recently edited models. If you're new to this, you won't see any at all, that's completely fine. Once you edit a model and hit save, it will show up here. You'll also have a bunch of sample models that come pre-installed with the Vroid Studio. If you really wanted to, you could just upload one of these straight away or have a play around with one of them if you really wanted to, but where's the fun in that? So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Create New. Once you're loaded in, you're going to see this screen here. In the middle, you've got your model. You can look around by right-clicking and dragging around. You can also zoom in and out with your scroll wheel, and on the left hand side you'll see a bunch of presets. These are for basically every feature of the model. All of those are adjustable with this parameter section in the right. These go through everything from the eyes to eyebrows, basically every feature on the face. Up the top we've got hairstyles, body, outfit, and accessories. Just have a bit of a play around with each of these, get your character looking exactly how you want it to, but for the sake of this video I'm going to leave it alone. Something to note is the expressions editor down in the bottom of the face section, and this is how your avatar talks and its expressions inside VR chat. You've got, just neutral, smiling, sad, angry, happy, surprised, closed right eye, closed left eye, And then we've got the vowels. You can just adjust those so you're talking and speaking exactly how you want to. For now, again, I'm just going to leave those blank. I'm going to come over to hairstyle and quickly change one of these just so it's a bit easier for you guys to see once I change the texture. And in accessories, you can just hit add accessory, and this is where you add glasses, fur ears, a tail or hat. I'll just add ears, just again for the sake of the tutorial. I'll show you how to change the color to make it look exactly like your hair texture. Speaking of hair textures, this is where you can now load up Booth in your browser. Once you're in Booth, you can search up exactly what you're after. So let's say it's a hair texture. You'll just come up to this bar up the top, search in hair texture, followed by Vroid, hit enter, and you'll see exactly what you're looking for. Most of these are paid, but I don't like paying for stuff, so we're going to go up the top to filter, scroll down the bottom to the currency section, bring this selector all the way down to 0 and 0, hit submit, and now everything's free. If you do want to pay for stuff, feel free, but beware that everything is in Japanese yen, so just go up into Google, hit a currency exchange and figure out what the yen is converted to your currency. But for me, I'm a broke motherfucker, so free stuff for me. Find something that you like. Let's say it's this one. It will usually 9 times out of 10 be a zip folder, but occasionally the creator or publisher of these textures will list them individually as savable PNG files. If that's the case, just figure out which one that you want and hit save or hit download. Always check the description, see if there's like a terms of services. Most of the time there will be, on this one there isn't, but whenever there's a terms of services, it will usually just tell you whether you can use it for streaming or whether you can use it as a VTuber model. A lot of the time it just says stuff like, please don't redistribute as your own creation or sell it for a profit, but that's okay. Hopefully you won't be doing that, but again, just have a bit of a read, see if that's the case. But basically all we're going to do is hit download. It's going to download to, in Chrome, it's going to download to the top right here, and you can just hit show on folder. This will show you exactly where it's at. What I like doing is creating another folder inside my desktop that just says 3D modeling, just to keep everything organized. I'll drag and drop it into there, and yeah, let's go find where that's at. I believe it's that one. I've got a couple folders here. I've made a subfolder called here. I'm just going to drag and drop in there. We're going to find it again, just hit extract here, and there we go. That's where our new textures are. Coming back over to Vroid, I'll show you how to change everything over, especially for hairstyles because they're quite funky. So most of the time you won't be able to see the adjust texture section in here, so you'll just come to front. It can really be any one of these, but I just go with front because it's the easiest. You'll come over to edit hairstyle on the right hand side. We'll show this screen here, bunch of colors, all the same. You just want to hit the first one or anyone with your hair color in it. Hit one of these ones. We'll come up with a mesh here. We'll just come over to material on the right hand side, hit the drop down bar and click edit texture. From here it will show your texture. If you really wanted to, you could just draw straight on it, give it some like gnarly designs, but we're not going to do that. We just downloaded one, so I'll show you how to add that in. You'll come over to layers and you'll hit this one with the little image plus. We'll come up with your folder, or just go find your folder. In my case, again, it's in 3D modeling, and under here we'll come into the pack that we just downloaded, and we've got a few to choose from. We'll just go with this one. Bam, there we go. That's just changed the entire hair color to this one texture. To save that, we'll come up the top left, hit the X again, and just click save as new item. Awesome. So that's the hairstyle. We'll come back over to accessories. I've got the furry ears. Let's say we want the furry ears to match that color. You just want to hit the eyedropper tool, choose a color that's right near it, and there we go. You can adjust it however you want, get it closer, but for now this is good enough. Let's go on over to outfit. Let's say we want a hoodie. Just go over to tops, go over to custom, we'll hit create new, and we'll hit hoodie, and there we go, we've got the hoodie in. Again, just find a texture on Vroid, or not Vroid, on booth, and we'll go over to the right hand side, hit edit texture, let it load. Come up with this mesh here. Same idea, you can just brush onto it and it'll come up with it straight on your model. Something you can also do is draw straight on your model and it will come up here. But to get your textures in, same thing, just go back over, go into your 3D modeling folder. I've got a clothes one. This is a hoodie that I quite like using. Now with this hoodie, it's got holes where the zips are. Say you've got like ripped jeans or a ripped hoodie, you want to be able to see your skin or whatever's underneath. So to be able to do that, you just hit the eye icon, and right now we don't actually have skin. Now the way to fix that is we'll come over to skin mask, we'll come to layers, hit plus, and it will come up with this little thing here, and basically all these black sections you're going to want to make white. So bring the brush color all the way up to white. I like making the brush width the biggest just to make it a little faster. We basically just start painting in all these little black areas, and as you do that you'll be able to see your skin reappearing. Awesome. That's how you do that. Same thing to save it, just hit X, save as new item, let it load, and there we go. Now in future, with the clothes, sorry, all of them will just be saved in this little section here. Let's say I've got this one, you can just apply that. You don't need to go through and change anything like how we just did with the skin mask again. We'll just have it pre-saved. I'm not usually the best with finding pants, so I usually just go with, let's see, it's one of these, I think it was these ones, yeah. I'll just go with a nice pair of shorts. Now it's the exact same with the shoes. You can just go in, add a custom one, and you've got, well, I've got these ones. Again, just find a texture that you like on booth and just load it on in. I like my Crocs, yeah. Well, they're not mine, but yeah, they just look kind of nice. So we'll go over to body next so that I can show you how to add tattoos. To do that, you want to come over to edit texture. You've got this mesh here. First thing I like to do is hit export on your default layer. We'll just come into here, add a new folder. We'll call it skins. Enter, open that, and save here. So that's just exported this mesh here for our image editor. And what I also like doing is just grabbing my brush and painting a little marker, I guess kind of guideline or reference into each corner of these little sections here. each of the top right and left are the arms, and the bottom right and left are the legs. This just gives a relative idea, because once it is saved as an image and loaded into your image creator, or editor I should say, it kind of flattens out. You'll see what I mean when I load up the editor, but this is just a bit of a precautionary step just so you can get your placements right. Now let's say as well that you want a chain. Figure out relatively where you want it to be and just draw straight on your avatar, and again it will just pop up straight away up here. Connect all the dots because you don't exactly want a half chain, and there we go, that will do. Now this one in particular is especially useful because, as you can see, the neck is kind of split into a couple different areas. When you add your chain in, you're going to have to cut your chain image and just load it in separate. And same thing if you want rings or a watch, you can just go over. This one you can just kind of half do, come over here, finish it off. Again, this is relative location, so you don't exactly have to be clean or tidy. That'll do for me. Awesome. So what we'll do, same thing, just export that, same folder, and give it a different name so it doesn't overwrite the original clear image. There we go, that'll do. I think I just completely spelled that wrong, but that's all good. From here, you can load up your image editor. In my case, it is Gimp. Once you've loaded up, you'll see this screen here. You just want to open up those two files that you just saved. I believe it was these two. A lot of the time you can just go straight into your 3D modeling folder. So we'll go into downloads, find 3D modeling, open that up. We'll go skins. Yeah, there we go. And then just drag those two and open both of them. There we go, that gives you your clear one and then your reference one. You just want to copy that over, just Control C, Control V, and hit enter. Is it enter? It should be. Double tap enter. But now basically what we can do is have it invisible or have it visible. For now we'll just leave it visible. Now we can head on over to somewhere like Pinterest and find your tattoo ideas. So I usually search up tattoo outline and they'll come up with a bunch of pretty neat little things. Let's say you like this. Just hit save image as. This will be saved in downloads, so we'll go cat tat. There we go. Now to get rid of the background, head on over to the background remover, and we go start from photo, find your image, we'll pop up in here and just remove all of the white from the screen. What we can do from here, hit download, standard resolution, and they'll save right there. Again, it will probably save in downloads, so it just makes it easier to find. Again, we can hit open, go over to downloads. We've got scroll to cat tat. So you're going to be looking for the name of your original file plus PHOTOROOM or whatever background remover you used. There we go. And I'm just going to use this erase tool just to get rid of these little pieces here, just so it doesn't look ugly. But again, just hit Control C or whatever your copy is, Control V. They'll be in there now. You can now go transform, drag it. For Gimp, I don't know why, but it's really annoying. Because your background has been removed if you just, oh, never mind. Okay, well, sometimes I was going to say, if you grab the back of it, then it'll move this background layer, the reference layer, which is a little annoying, but it hasn't done it in my case, so I'm just going to take my wins where I can, figure out where you want to place your tattoo, and just scale it to the size that you want it. Something to look out for, you can kind of see a little line here and a little line here. If you want to, you can come into Vroid and just figure out what side of that it is. I believe the left side is the back. Never mind. So the left side is the front and the right side is the front on the left. Bit of a weird one, but just something to look out for. And yeah, rescale it and just add it on in. It's the same with this. I'd say the elbow is this side and the front of it's that side. We can double check that just by going like this. Yeah, so never mind. Apparently that side's the elbow. That's really weird. So elbow's there, knees there. Well, you know. But yeah, that just helps out. You can hit enter on your little tattoo, and then we can go. Before we export it, just hit the eye icon on your reference. That gets rid of the black lines. We don't want to see those once it's in there. Now you can go export, save it in your skins file, rename it to whatever you want to. In this case, I'm just going to call it cat tat skin. Come up with this, just hit export. We've got a little loading bar. Now we can just load back over to Vroid, and you can remove all of these if you want to. I don't really see a use in doing that. You'll see why in a moment. You'll open up your skin just by the same thing, hitting the image add icon and just adding it in. And as you can see now, all the reference little lines on the layer underneath are gone. You won't be able to see those once you're in game, so that's definitely a bonus. But as you can see, my little tattoo has been added, which is exactly what we're wanting. So once you've had a bit of a play around and you get your character looking exactly how you want to, you can then let me just save this. You can then go to this screen here, or this little icon here, hit export as VRM, let it load, we'll come up with this. Now this is the reason why it won't be usable as an iOS or Android skin, and that's because VRchat, sorry, only allows 20,000 polygons on Android, and I believe 15,000 for iOS. And as you can see, we're pretty much double, if not triple that. But yeah, again, if I figure it out in the future or get enough likes, I'll try and figure it out for Android and iOS. But then again, if you're already on the PC, you should just be able to add your VRchat headset. But you know, there are people that use Chromebooks and can't handle VRchat, so my apologies in advance. But yeah, I'll look into it. Anyways, you just want to hit export. Make sure that VRM 0.0 is selected, because that is the only one that for some reason loads into Unity. If you use VRM 1.0, it won't load. I'm not entirely sure why, so just make sure you've got VRM 0.0 highlighted. Give them a name. I'm just going to call them Cat Tat. The creator, which is me, and then we can just scroll all the way down and hit export. Once that loads, it's going to open up a little folder, and you can just hit save. For me, we'll just keep it in the 3D modeling section. Just hit save, and now you can hit X. Let it load for a minute while it's still exporting. Come back over, hit save as, Now this will save it as your Vroid model. I'm just going to hit save, and from there basically it will now be saved in your recently edited section. From here we can just close on out of your editor and Vroid. I'm just going to discard changes, and we can now go ahead and open up create a companion. Give that a second to load. Come over to create new project, hit Unity 2022 avatar project, give it a name, we'll call it cat tat, and then just hit create project. Awesome. Once it's created, you're going to see this little screen here. From here you want to jump on over to settings. You can do this before or after you create your project, but we'll just do it now. We'll go packages and we'll go add repository. Now it says link to the repository JSON file. This is where this link comes in useful. I'll just put the main link straight into the description, and here it is. Just highlight that, copy it, pop it on over into this file, Control V, and then you're going to see this little tick, and you just hit add. Now it's already been added here. It says that it's already been added, but for you guys it will just come up down here as VRM converter for VRchat packages. From here, just make sure it's ticked, and from here you can go back over to projects, go over to manage project. You can find that VRM converter for VRchat and just hit plus. Once that's loaded in, you're going to see a couple more options pop up. You don't really need to mess around with anything else in here. Just come up the top and hit open project, and this will start loading up Unity. Awesome. Once Unity has taken its time loading up, you're going to see this screen here. You just want to go into your folders, find where your .vrm file is, right here. Drag it over until you see this square with the plus. Drag it in, drop it, let it load. And then you're going to see a bunch of selections here. Come up as a square initially, then it'll show your model. But what you're going to want to do is just click that, and then you come up to this top section here, hit VRM 0, and then you want to go duplicate and convert for VRchat. You don't need to mess with these settings here, just hit duplicate and convert. We'll come into this folder here, just hit save, and just let it load. Once it's loaded, just hit OK. And you're going to see your real avatar here. You want to double click, zoom into your model. You can use your hand tool to have a quick look around. What a beautiful T-pose. But what you're going to mainly want to do is zoom into the face. Come over to this section here. You've got view, and you can hit edit. And then basically what you're changing here is where your viewing angle is from inside the game. And you just want to hit this arrow, bring it forward so that it's just peeking through the forehead. And I like getting it lined up with right in between the eyes. You can grab the green arrow up here, drag it down a little bit, get a nice smack bang center, and just hit return, and that's now saved your viewing angle to be right there. From here you can come up the top to VRchat SDK, and then hit show control panel, and then you're going to want to log in with your official VRchat details. This is through the official VRchat website, so everything's trusted. Just throw in your details. Once you hit sign in, it will come up with a verification code. This will be emailed to whatever your email is, and you're just going to want to find that and throw that in. Once you've put in your verification code, you've got this screen here, a few alerts. They don't really matter too much. They're all just telling you that it may not be the most optimized skin, but that's okay. It will still run completely fine in game for PC users. It won't be visible for Android and iOS users, but we already know that. Gives you an overall performance estimate, which in our case is very poor. Again, this is completely fine. I've seen people running around with avatars that have 500,000 plus polygons, so we'll be fine, I'm sure, with 30 to 40,000 or more, depending however many little details you add. But we're going to want to go capture in scene. This just makes it a bit easier. This is most of the time when you're in Prismic's avatar search, you'll see people with T-pose for their main image. This is where they get it from. You can just hit capture. And visibility, this is basically whether or not people can clone your avatar. If you don't want people cloning and you just want a one-of-one that no one else can have, you just keep it on private, or you can have it public. That means people can download it or use it for themselves. If you do this in the terms of services, it will ask you to add references to certain textures, but I don't do that. I mean, I haven't really had any public ones just yet, but maybe in the future I'll do that. You can add a name, which is the name that will actually show up in game for your avatar. The rest of the ones that we've added so far don't really matter as much. Like, you could call the rest of the download files 1, 2, 3, 4 if you wanted to, and no one will ever see that but yourself. But this one's the important one. I'm just going to call it cat tat again for the sake of this video. And once you've added the name, you can go build and publish and hit OK. We'll come up with this save file here. Just give it a name and hit enter. Now it's basically just going to upload everything to VRchat. Cool. Once it's said upload succeeded, you can now close out of Unity and start loading up VRchat. Okay, so once you've loaded in, you can now go to your avatars, and you'll be in recently used. You can just come down to uploaded, and then your upload should be right here. You'll just click apply. Once it's applied, press B, and there we go. There is your fully usable Vroid VRchat avatar. I hope everyone enjoyed, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.